Okay, Sevil is going to share the link with everyone, this YouTube link you're going to spread with your friends. They can, they can watch us live today. They can watch us and ask some questions. At the end of the meeting, we are going to respond to each of their questions. So I think we're live now, aren't we? I think we should be or about to be, yes. They can watch us live today. They can watch us on. Okay, yes. All right. So I'd like to welcome everyone today in our 6th live session that we are going to talk about the lifestyles. My name is Elena and I'm an English teacher and IELTS speaking coach. And if any one of you is taking IELTS, I would love to help you. I was born and raised in Russia, but I'm an expat now. I live in Turkey and it's been 10 years since I started living here. And I love it here. It's a beautiful place. And now I think Sevil would like to introduce herself. And Sevil, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Miss. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Sevil Bayraktar, and I'm also an English teacher. Well, I live in Turkey, but I'm planning to move to Finland soon because I'm going to do my master's degree there in English studies, actually. I hope you like the meeting and enjoy your time here. Welcome once again.
Yes, so Sevil is going to go for her master's degree in Finland. So my congratulations on that, Sevil. I'm sure that you're going to achieve your goal. That's wonderful news because Sevil started as my student. She was preparing for IELTS and then, well, the IELTS opened that door for her eventually. She succeeded in it. She took her IELTS score was high enough to apply for university and to be accepted at the university. So IELTS really makes your dreams come true.
Totally.
All right, so now over to you. I'd like you to introduce yourself briefly, saying which country you're coming from, what's your name, and then we are going to start. So it's over to Coco. Coco, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes. Yeah, hi, I'm Coco. So I come from Macau, which is in China. Yeah, and then I'm just graduating from the university. And I also plan to pursue a master's degree in counseling. So, okay, speaking English is important. So, yeah, I just decided to practice online. So I'm glad to be here.
Great, sure. We'll practice a lot today, don't worry, and we're happy that you came.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome Aram. Aram?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm Aram from Iraq. And also I'm an English teacher. Yeah, I'm an English teacher. I'm very glad and to participate and join this group. Like other friends, for next 3 months, maybe I present for master degree in English and doing an exam in IELTS. For this reason, I like to get more information about how to score or how to get a score in IELTS and how to pass. Thanks a lot for allowing me to participate with you and this group. I think it's be an amazing and attractive group. I think. I hope.
Thank you so much, and we wish you good luck with your IELTS. If you need any assistance, of course, you can contact us individually, Sevil or me, and we'll help you out.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Veronica is here. Hi, Veronica.
I'm Veronica. I'm from Poland. I'm glad to be here again.
All right, Veronica, and what's your study goal?
I would like to pass IELTS and in the future become English teacher.
Wonderful. Okay, so we have so many English teachers, at least two so far. Yes, it's quite common, I would say, that you know, this kind of events are participated by English teachers. It's no surprise. Of course, English teachers also need practice. That's great that you're here. And well, I'd like to give the floor to Rajesh. Welcome, Rajesh.
Yes. I am Rajesh from India. I am an advocate practicing as a civil and criminal side.
Okay. Where are you from? Can you say again?
Pardon?
Where are you from?
I am from India.
India. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
India.
Goal?
My key goal is to speaking fluently because it is important for my career as a lawyer.
Okay, great. Okay, so your English is pretty good, and of course it will get even better in time if you come regularly. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you for joining. And I think we are over to Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, can you hear us? Rebecca, can you hear us? Okay, maybe Rebecca needs some time to connect her audio. We are over to Betty. Betty, hi.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It depends on where you're coming from. Turn on your camera and start presenting yourself.
Oh, so yeah, hi everyone. My name is Betty and I'm from Sibu Sarawak, Malaysia. So currently, I'm a university student who studying, in the college. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
What's your study goal? Why are you learning English?
Because I'm studying at teacher training college. So as a teacher, I think it's important to improve my English speaking skills so I can teach my students better in the future. Yeah.
Sure, definitely. So again, we see the future English teacher. Hope we're glad to help you. We're glad to help you. Just don't forget, Betty, that you need to turn on your camera so that you will be also visible when we are live. Joshua. Hi, Joshua. Can you hear us?
Hello everyone. I'm back.
Joshua, introduce yourself and please turn on your camera.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Of course, if it's appropriate, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Joshua from China, and I'm 37 years old. I'm a father of a 2-year-old baby, and I'm preparing for IELTS because I want to I have a plan to study in North America, maybe Canada. I found speaking is the most hard section for me, so I want to get some help from you guys.
Sure. Have fun. Don't worry. And speaking, you're right. Speaking is one of the hardest parts because we lack practice. Not because we don't have the vocabulary or grammar enough, because we lack practice, and what we don't practice, of course, does not improve enough. Thank you. Welcome again. I can see Jonathan today is with us. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jonathan Quiros. I'm from Philippines, and I've been here. I've been practicing here for several months already. I'm quite inactive because of my school works, schooling, and my goal uh, is to enhance my speaking English because I'm in hospitality industry. I've been studying hospitality, so I must learn to speak effectively when speaking to customer. So that's why I'm here.
Great, great. Yes, John has been coming for us to attend our meetings for, I don't know how many, I think for the second year, because I've been doing it starting from the last year and this is the second year. So yeah, you're a committed learner. Great. Welcome, Jonathan. Okay, so we also have Rebecca left. Rebecca, we're over to you again. We'll try to hear you, try to speak. Rebecca, you're inaudible right now. Okay, so Rebecca, we will come over to you sometime later. Hopefully your audio will be okay by this time. Okay, so welcome everyone. It's nice to see you again, and let's begin. So I would like to introduce you with the rules. Of course, we need to be respectful to each other, tolerant. We are coming from different parts of the world. Our perception, our life views may be different, but important is that we come together to communicate, to share ideas. So we also have to be, besides that we should be respectful, we've got to be also positive, spread your positive vibes. If you have follow-up questions, ask them, and don't hesitate to, ask these questions, because we would like to have an interactive communication, so both ways communication. We will be working in groups and breakout rooms. One half will stay here, so raise your hand if you'd like to stay here with me, and the other half of the participants are going to follow Sevil in the breakout room. So if you'd like to stay here, please raise your hand, and I'll just see who's going to stay here. Else, I will have to just randomly split you up into two groups, okay? So that everyone will have enough time to practice because the groups are going to be two, and so far we'll have, I think, just like 5 students in each group. That's totally great. And what else is left? Yes, today we'll be talking about the lifestyle, and I think Sevil is going to share the questions right now with you. Sevil, could you please?
Sure, I'm trying to actually share them separately. So here is the part 1 questions, and I'm going to share them next.
Yeah, so we are going to talk about lifestyles, and first part will be, it's an IELTS-wise format. So we will start with part 1, a warm-up part of IELTS, then a monologue, part 2, which is a monologue. So you'll be talking for 1.5 minutes each. So we will prepare the timer. I will also have one, and we will just stick to the timer. You won't be able to speak longer than that in order to provide equal opportunities to every learner here. And we will follow it up with part 3 questions, which are higher than part 1 or part 2. They're more abstract, usually more, they require you to really think and really give good reasonings. So we'll be practicing at the very end. We'll get back to the main session and we'll give you the feedback. Brief feedback. Of course, we are quite crowded, so we'll give you a brief feedback, take a picture, and then we'll share with you some information about the speaking club that we run 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that you can participate in it and you can practice regularly. So, okay, I think it's time to get down to business. So I don't see anyone raised hand. That means that I will just randomly decide who's going to stay in the breakout room, stay here with me, or who will follow suit in the breakout room. So let me see.
By the way, you can raise your hands from the reactions part if you are joining from your computer. It's, as far as I know, at the bottom of the screen, or you can raise your hands. Yeah, here Mirka has raised hand actually.
Mirka joined us. Hi, Mirka. Test your microphone settings. Can you hear me, Mirka?
Yeah, hello. Just tell me, is everything fine? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can introduce yourself, and if you click the video button, we can also see you.
Well, I'm not sure you want to see me, but yes. Here you go.
All right, great. We can see you now. Can you please introduce yourself? Where are you coming from?
Well, I'm from Prague. Now I'm not in Prague. I'm in a little village outside Prague.
I'm sorry,
so
where are you coming from? I couldn't
this
get.
is public. This is from Czech Republic.
Ah, Czech Republic. Oh, okay, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and what's your learning goal? Why are you here?
Well, to speak more English. I have no opportunity to speak really. And I love English language, so maybe one day I will try to succeed in IELTS, and I certainly would like to help my children to speak English. So I have to move a bit forward, so to be able to teach them more.
All right, so thank you for coming, and we are about to break up into rooms. Welcome again. So yes, I'm opening the room now. Some students will stay here. For some students, there is going to be a pop-up, so you will be taken to the breakout room, and we are going to start.
Okay, thanks.
So, okay, I think that just 2 students are going to join Seville. Rajesh, you need to click on the button to join Seville. Okay, yes, perfect, just perfect. So this is our mini group that we're going to practice today. So we already got to know each other. Joshua and Mirka, if you can keep possibly your videos on, I would highly appreciate it. Rajesh, would you like to move to the breakout room, or you prefer to stay here?
I want to stay here, madam.
Okay, sure. You're welcome to stay. All right, let's begin. And the first, we will see the part 1 questions if you open the meeting chat. And I'd like you to ask one of these 2 questions to each other. You can decide which question you'd like to ask. There are 2. The first one is, do you think health is important and why? And the second one, do you have any unhealthy habits? I have provided you the PowerPoint, actually the PDF file where you could, check the sample answers, so you could get prepared, and hopefully you can rely on it now. If you did your homework, we can say, if you prepared, it will be much easier. So, Coco, would you mind picking one of the 2 questions and address it to anyone in the room? You can ask anyone.
Okay, and then I will ask is that correct? Hi.
Yes. You will ask who? Aram.
So do you think health is important and why?
Yes, thanks a lot. I think health is very, very important. Like water for human body is important, because if you don't interest your healthy, you cannot to live. For this reason, I think it is very, very important for everybody's life. Healthy, if you have a good healthy, and if you have perfect healthy, you can do it your job, your daily routines, or etc. For this reason, I think it is very, very important for everybody's health, and try to choose those things has more perfect for our body, like food, like sport, like walking. Those things you must practice, you must search for it, which is a benefit for our health, for our body. For this reason, I think it is very important for everybody's daily routines and everybody's body.
Thank you so much. Now, Aram,
Yes.
would you mind asking one of the two questions to anyone else?
Yeah. Joshua, do you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Question number 2, do you have any unhealthy habits?
Thank you, Aaron,
Yes.
for your referring. I had ever had some bad habits. I mean, smoking. I had ever been smoking for about 2 years, and not that much, but I remember I almost smoke 1 or 2 pieces of cigarette every day about 5 years ago, but during those times I felt uncomfortable with my breath, and my athletic performance went down quickly. By the way, I like to play basketball every week, and I'm a fan of running. So those 2 years made me feel really bad. And for now, these days I can't keep go to bed for sleeping as early as I plan, because I have so much thing to deal with. And on top of that, I sit for too long times every day at work. That's another bad habit, I think, for healthy body.
Okay, thank you so much. Now it's your turn to pick up a student to ask the questions, one of two.
May I ask Rajesh Kasara?
Yes. Yes.
Of course. Which
sorry,
question?
what's the,
Yes, they are.
Which question, Joshua? You can ask to one of the two. So do you have any unhealthy habits, or is healthy important or not, and why? Which one?
Okay. Do you think health is important, and why? Rajesh?
Yes, health is very important, because health is a wealth. Without a good health, you can't enjoy your life, or you can't do your job or work very efficiently. So health is very important in all of us. I am from India and particularly state of Gujarat. And in our Gujarati language, there is a one idiom that "Pehlu sukh te jate na raya." That means if you not have a good health, you can't enjoy your life. So health is very important in our life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now it's your turn to pick up a student and to answer, to ask the question.
I want to ask second question, that is, do you have any unhealthy habits? And it's Mugiwara.
Mugiwara.
Yes.
Hi, Mugiwara. Can you please turn on your? We can't see you now. We can hear you, but we can't see you. Could you please turn on your camera?
I'm so sorry, Mom, but the camera is not functioning right now. So
okay, let's just keep talking. Where are you coming from? Just tell us, because you missed the introduction.
Yes,
part.
I'm late.
It's okay.
I'm from the Philippines, Mom.
Great. Okay, now your question.
Can you ask me again? What's the question, please?
Rajesh, can you ask again, please?
Yeah. Do you have any unhealthy habits?
Okay. I think so far, the thing that I can say that is unhealthy that I'm doing is I want to eat too much sweets, and I know that it's not good because too much sweet is not good in our body, especially in my family. My mother is diabetic, so diabetes runs fairly in our family. Also, my grandmother. So, as a young adult, I should be avoiding, and I should lessen my sweet intake because I know it's not good for my body. Because when I will grow up and in my early age, even though how much I will diet or eat some healthy foods, if I already eat too much sweet, so there's a big possibility that because of hereditary, because of the genes, and of course my lifestyle of eating too much sweet foods, I will inherit the diabetes of my mother and my grandmother. So yes, that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I totally understand you about the sweets. I'm trying to get down on sugar as well.
Yes, it's really not easy.
Not at all, right? Okay, so I wish you good luck with that. So now you address the question. We have Coco and Mirka. You can pick up one of them. You can pick up Mirka, and then Mirka will ask the question to Coco.
Okay.
You can ask.
Yes. Can I see what are the questions?
Okay, the first question is about the health. Is it important or not, and why? And the second question about the bad habits. Do you have any unhealthy habits? So choose one of them and ask the question to Mirka.
Okay, so I want to ask the number one question.
About health.
About if I don't have a. Is there a copy here? I don't have a.
Do you think health is important, and why? This is the question, right?
Okay. Do you think health is important to adults? Is that it?
Yeah, that's the question. Good. Okay. So, Mirka, do you think health is important?
Yeah, I think the health is very important because the same as I think Raja from Rajasthan, or our mate who was there said that it's very important there. important to have good health, because otherwise you can't really enjoy your life. And I see that some of the elderly people, they did not pay enough attention when they were younger to have a healthy style, regular movement. It doesn't have to be really sport, but at least going out every day for 2 hours, some good walk, or just enjoying different views to make even your eyes not get used to every day scenery, if it's understood, because my parents-in-law in-laws, they are having this same kind of living for more than 40 years, and it's really seen on them how old they are, how unhealthy they are, just eating, sleeping. They sleep a couple of times in the day, 8 times, maybe 10 times they go for a nap. They say they are not napping, but you can tell, because in the night they can't sleep really, but during the day they go 10 times to the bed, and after half an hour they come back. So and they eat and sleep, go and watch TV for some time. They can't really move because they are too heavy. So I think it's very important not to be that lazy, or I don't know, it's bad to judge it. I am not that old, so I don't know how they feel, but I think they should have noticed that before this time, these days.
Sure. It's interesting how you switch the topic from, health and to talking about your parents. Yeah, so you gave it an example. No, it's interesting.
It was example, because I see it every day. So
yeah. Yeah, sure. Sometimes we can use this kind of, tricks in IELTS. Yeah, when you need to extend your answer and you are running out of ideas, move on and talk about the examples. Just make sure that your examples are relevant. Okay. So now let's move on to part 2, where I'm going to, set the timer, and let me tell you what question it is today. Describe a change you have made to benefit your own healthy lifestyle. You should say what it is, why you decided to do it, how you have benefited from it, and explain why you would recommend it to others. In the example that I provided my real example with the yoga practices and exercises. If you read the sample answer, of course, you could become some good language. So we'll see if you use it today or not. So the question again, describe a change you have made to benefit your own healthy lifestyle. There are some points that you can follow. They are just advisable. You don't have to. The only idea is to compose your speech coherently, and it should be logical. I mean, it should be nice, well organized. You don't have to cover every question in here, okay? So just feel free, just speak at ease and enjoy. Important is enjoy what you're doing. So, okay. If you're ready, raise your hand or just raise your voice so we know it, okay? Okay, I see that you need to take some notes. We have Shaibal. Shaibal joined the meeting. Welcome, Shaibal. You can introduce yourself. You're connecting your audio still. Okay, so I think we need to start. And if anyone is ready, just, you know, raise your hand and go for it. Oh, Aram, okay, sure. An English teacher from Iraq. You're
Yes.
brave
Yes,
enough. Great. Okay, I will mute myself because I have some drums, so you will be more relaxed. So, Aram,
Yes.
I'm ready when you are.
Choose.
Yeah, start speaking.
You wanted to choose.
No, you will just start speaking. Question number 2.
Okay, yes. Thanks a lot again. About question number 2, change your might benefit your own healthy lifestyle. I think nowadays, most of people in all over the world suffered obesity or fatness. For this reason, we must try to reduce our body to be a good health every time. I can let me describe myself for my health or my body. Nearly 2 months ago, I decided to make less my weight, nearly 8 kilograms, because it's very dangerous for my healthy, and we suffered or I suffered a bad health, especially during breathing. For this reason, my doctor told me to make less my weight. I think nowadays all over the world, obesity or fat, it's bad habits, and it's very dangerous for everybody's life, everybody's daily life. According me, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I
thanks a lot.
Feedback at the very end, so just stay tuned.
Not at all. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Okay, so Joshua, it's over to you now.
Should I start now? Or should I start?
Yes, you can.
Okay. For this question, just as I mentioned, before, the change I want to talk about is stop smoking. You know, I had never been smoking for 2 years, but after my lung and my breath system got really worse. I realized that I had to stop it. I had to quit smoking. So after quit smoking for about 2 or 3 months, I feel a lot better. I actually found myself back. So smoking is really a enemy of humans' health. So I recommend everyone to stop smoking if you do. Smoking is not only bad for the smoker, but also bad for the surrounding people, especially their families or and kids. You know, the kids are developing their bodies, and young ones will have.
Thank you so much, Joshua. All right.
Thank you.
So again, I will provide the feedback at the very end. Just stay till the end of the meeting. Thank you so much. We have Coco. Coco, would you mind I ask you this time?
Okay, so for this question, well, in the past, I hate doing exercise, especially in the secondary school. I don't like the PE class, the physical education class, because I hate running. I feel tired when I doing sports. But when I entered the university, I found there are lots of sport club, and they are very interesting, and so I find it fun. And then I joined the basketball team in my faculty, and then it really helps me a lot to find the interesting part of doing sports, because we need to practice. Our team need to practice twice a week, and then so although I feel tired, but because we are winning together, we are one team, and then the basketball, playing basketball is really interesting. So I still very enjoying doing it. So I would definitely recommend people playing basketball, because it can help you to find the very interesting part of doing sports. Like you are not just running, and you can passing the ball to your partner, and then you can practicing how to say yeah. Then so I have benefited from it. Very
Yeah, you're off. So thank you. Yes. So thank you so much. Well, yeah, basketball. Yeah, when you play together in a team, it really makes you stick to the rules, and you kind of align with the regulations you have to follow. So it really helps you, doing exercises, and you play, you enjoy it. Yeah, people usually suggest play if you want to start some sport, go for team sport. Yes, people will get together. It won't be boring. You will be playing and enjoying your time. Good. Okay, thank you. Now, I think we are over to Mirka.
Okay. What was the question?
Okay, let me repeat. So yeah, sometimes it happens when people are talking, and you kind of lose focus.
Yeah.
It's okay. So we are talking about part 2, describing a change.
Bad habit.
Yeah, you have made to benefit your own healthy lifestyle. Maybe, for example, Joshua told us about smoking. He quitted smoking, and he said the changes, and he gave suggestion that people should quit smoking. Coco told about exercises, so she hated doing it, and then she just decided to to start doing exercises, etc. So we have a couple of sample answers. It's good if you actually listen, so you will have a sample answer for your speech, and you will probably get some ideas to compose your answer, and pick on some language or grammar or connectors. So it's really useful. So and you don't have to follow the questions, but they are usually helpful. So what you want to talk about, why you decided to do it, how you have benefited from it, explain why you would recommend it to others. Yeah, basically this is the question. So describe a change you have made to benefit your own healthy lifestyle. You have 1.5 minutes to speak.
Okay. One of the things that I decided to do, and it's not very easy for me, is to quit eating in the night. Although I'm working very late at night, and I usually can't make it any, normal hours during the day. So I come home very hungry and eat everything. So I'm starting to, I've started like 2 months ago, and now it's easier with the summer. It will be worse in the winter time. But at least even if I couldn't make it, I am very hungry and have to eat anything. So I try not to eat wheat, not to eat sugar at night before I go to sleep or before it gets too late. So I think I'm benefiting from this. Not now, I can't really see it, but certainly it will slow on my blood sugar. And I think it's beneficial for the health of a person not to eat too much before night.
So let me see. Yeah, you spoke a little bit less than needed, just 10 seconds left for you. So you could perhaps say one more sentence, and then that would be done. That would be a great answer. Just, to speak more is a good idea. To speak less, you are on the verge of getting a lower mark.
Okay, thank you.
I'll provide you feedback at the end. Thank you so much. And we have Mugiwara. Mugiwara, would you like to?
Yes. Okay. So I can speak now, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I want to talk about. It is related to what I've said a while ago, that it is my being. I really love food, so it's really hard for me to avoid and lessen my food intake, especially for sugar. So I need to I decided to cut off my sugar intake and also my rice intake, because it's still carbohydrates, so it's still sugar. So I decided that because when I was still in elementary and in high school, I really do love eating so much sugars. But when I became in college, I have learned more, and I have learned more that it's not really good, because it can cause a high sugar level, and it can be diabetic in the near future. So for today, that my sugar is still in normal level. So I think for me, prevention is better than cure, because as what I've seen from my mother is already diabetic and she is taking insulin already. So I became scared that someday there will be a big possibility that I will be in her shoes if I will not cut off my intake of sugar. So after years of
1.5
okay.
So sorry, thank you so much. Okay, yeah, but see, you still had some ideas to talk about, actually.
Yes. I didn't answer all the questions. I still have.
That's food for thought, of course. Yeah, you would rather pace yourself a bit more. Anyways, thank you so much. Yes, we have a common problem, as I say. We share this problem. Okay, now, are you ready for part 3?
Okay.
Ready? So I think because Kader, I'm trying to send you to breakout room to Seville, but I think there is a problem and you can't join. Can you hear us, Kader? You can hear, I guess. You said hello to us. Welcome. But I can't I can't hear you.
Madam, I want to break out the room.
Sorry?
I want to break out the room.
Rajesh wants to join the breakout.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yes, madam.
Rajesh, I
Because in India it's 10 o'clock around.
Of course, I'm moving you to the breakout room. No
Okay, thank you, madam.
Actually, I can't move you now. Only you can do it, I think, because I have already.
Okay, yeah, yes, madam. I leave the room.
Okay, join yourself to the breakout room.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Yes. Okay. Now, part 3 is a little bit more complex, so you will have to talk a little bit about things that you are not really talking about regularly on a regular basis with your friends. They are more complex, I would say. And again, I will ask you to choose which question you would like to ask to your friend. By friend, I mean the participant, but we are all getting friends here, so that's why I'm saying that. So there are how many questions? Let me check. Give me a second. Bear with me, guys. I think we have 5 questions. I just shared with you again. So can you see the questions in the meeting chat? The idea here is, to practice, and your answers can be a little bit more extended than part 1, but less extended than you were speaking for part 2. So up to 5 sentences. You don't need to make it too extended. It's not a lecture. You just need to give a rationale, like a reason for your ideas. For example, do you think more could be done to encourage health in your country? So choose one question, choose a student, a participant, and address your question to that person. Okay, so Aram, can you choose a student?
Yes, Miss Coco.
Hi.
Yeah, part 3, I think, second question. How can individuals take more responsibility for their own health? Can you answer?
Okay. Well, I think it can be divided to 2 parts. So for the physical health, I think people should do more exercise, definitely. Maybe they can actively join some clubs in their country, in their communities, and find other people to do sports together, and then they could find the fun of it. And then for daily life, definitely people can do it from like eating more healthy foods and not sitting on their chairs or lay down on their beds too often. Yeah, so I think psychological health is also important. So I think people can like being more compassionate to their value, and don't be too critical when they fail. So to love themselves more, to be more kindly, and it could really improve their psychological health.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, Coco, can you pick a question to ask?
So Joshua, can you answer?
Yeah, thank you. Which question?
Okay. Do women pay more attention to their health than men?
Well, that's a little bit tricky for me. But in my opinion, I think women will pay more attention to their health because women have more are more sensitive with unsafe circumstances, so they are more careful about their well-being. So and I think women should should be more aware with their body, because women have a really big chance to be pregnant and become a mother. So so their own health is connected with their children's health as well. And on the other hand, I think everyone, no matter the gender, should pay more attention with what they do every day, what they eat, what they think, and to get more time to get unwind and to keep health, keep stronger, especially in this pandemic period. So I wish everybody could keep health.
Thank you so much. Now, could you please pick up a question?
I want to ask Mirka, why do some people choose to live unhealthy lives?
Yeah.
Mirka, please.
Thank you for the question.
Why did you choose utopia?
Thank you for the question. I think everybody might commit a sin in regards of having all healthy life, and I think it's okay, because otherwise you keep yourself off of some party of friends. You know, sometimes you have these girls who are having diet, and so they can't eat, they can't drink, they can't do anything much with others. So they have their little box with some carrots or something, and they eat aside. So this is what I mean by not having the opportunity to enjoy others. But otherwise, I think that people should be careful about the healthy style, because you know, it's so easy nowadays to eat rubbish and to not to exercise, not to go anywhere, to move a bit, and maybe even smoke, or you know, do a lot of things that people might regret when they get older. So yeah, I think some reasonable healthy style is good for everybody.
Thank you so much. Now,
thanks for the question.
Take the question.
Okay, shall I give my question to someone?
Yeah, please.
Why do some people choose to live unhealthy lives? Which is the same question, right? What could be done?
If you wonder the other people's opinion, you can ask if you want.
No, I would ask number 3. What could be done to halt the rise of obesity globally? And well, I would ask. Let me see participants here. Aram from Iraq.
I can't see Aram actually. Can you? I can't see Aram. I think he. Oh no, he's here. But Aram, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, please.
Okay.
So my question was number 3.
Yes. I think obesity is bad habits or bad disease for those people who want to change his body to be obesity. I think it is very dangerous for everybody. But we must prevent for those kinds of food which is dangerous for our health, for our body. For this reason, it is be far from this. I think all over the world, some people suffered this bad disease or this bad things like obesity. For this reason, maybe another people like to be a fat people or increase their body. But generally, I think we must prevent our body. We must prevent our health from this dangerous disease. I think. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Again, you're talking about obesity because your first, the question of part 2 was also, you were talking about obesity.
Yeah, you are right.
That's a good choice.
Thanks a lot.
Very relevant.
Thanks. Because, sorry, I suffered this bad danger, this bad disease.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, of course, there is nothing good about obesity. People should, should have a nice rate of the fats in their body so they feel better. When otherwise, it really makes you feel not at the top of the world, not really good. Yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, and Aram, I think it's your turn to ask Mugiwara because she didn't speak.
Yes, Migwara.
Yes.
Question number 4, do women pay more attention to their health than men?
Okay, so as a woman, of course, as a woman, in my own opinion, I believe that nowadays, men and women are equal in paying more attention in our health, because as what I observe in the community nowadays, men tend to be more conscious also about their health, conscious about their body, and so for me, men and women have equal awareness about having a healthy lifestyle, because especially today that there are many foods that are unhealthy, and you can go to gym, you can go to some programs, activities, fitness activities where you can attend, and it is open for all. So you can join that certain activity in order for you to be more healthy, not just physically, but also mentally, because especially nowadays, depression is very common. So it is really good to also be aware about our mental health. Both men men and women, because all of us are really affected and that certain problem of our certain problem globally. So, and both gender are more conscious also in eating healthy foods, because that's what they can see in the social media, especially in the Facebook or in YouTube. So yes, for me, it's unequal for both gender to be more aware and more to give more attention to their health. Yeah, that's it.
Great, thank you so much. I have just one question. So, has everyone spoke? Has everyone spoke? If yes, I'm gonna, ask everyone back, and we will provide the feedback. So, congrats. Congrats. Now we can take a breath. So it's time just to get the feedback, and so you can drink some water while others are connecting.
Sorry, about feedback. Right in where?
Aram, sorry?
Yes, about feedback. Right in where? What do you want? Feedback.
Yeah, now we are inviting the other group, and we will provide the feedback all together. So they are coming. So you can just, if you need, just take a breath and drink some water. Have a small break. I think in about 30 seconds they are going to be back, because the rooms are going to be closed. Yeah, they are coming. They are coming. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I'm sure you've got a really great practice. I can see that. I can see the smile in your face. Great, perfect. Okay, so I can't see Sivi. I think she's connecting. She's still connecting. Okay, so I hope you had enough opportunities to speak and practice your speaking, and just bear with me. I'm waiting for Sylvia to come back, and we will start with the feedback. All right. Okay, so then let me start with the feedback. Let me provide it to my group, and then hopefully Sylvia will connect. Okay, so hopefully Sylvia will connect and she will provide her feedback, the feedback to her group of students. Okay, so Coco, I would like to start with you. Thank you for coming and thank you for your good performance. Firstly, I think it's good to know that we follow 4 criteria when we evaluate your speaking, such as fluency and coherence, pronunciation, lexical resources, grammatical range, and accuracy. So these 4 criteria. And well, everything is fine in terms of your pronunciation. I can easily understand everything you say. Of course, you do have a bit of L1 accent, but we all do have, so it's totally fine. Important is that you are intelligible, you're easily understood by others. You need to work on grammatical range and accuracy. So I would suggest you write, at the beginning, just write your answers so that you will start implementing new vocabulary and you will see that you don't really use the, you know, high order vocab or high order grammatical complex sentences. So you will notice it. Okay, start with writing and then you can just implement it in speaking. So fluency will come to the place. Of course, right now you think you have content-related hesitations. You don't think about what grammar to use so much, but you have content-related hesitations. You think what to say, and you will improve it as more you speak. So don't worry about that. So these are the ideas I have right now. If you have any questions, you can text me. You know my messenger. You can contact me there. So do you have any questions so far?
Well, I think actually to really speak out is not equal to the imagination. Not equal to what?
Can you come again? Sorry.
Yeah, I think practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect, exactly. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on to Joshua. Joshua, well, you know, I like that you speak quite coherent and you really have good reasoning in your speech. You need to work on consistency in terms of your grammar, because sometimes you have tiny bits of mistakes. Sometimes they are not tiny bits, sometimes they're quite serious mistakes. So you need just to be aware of them. Perhaps, again, you can write before you speak, you can just practice with writing your answers and then just look and see and check perhaps you know, some sources, grammar, the resources that check your grammar can help. I don't want to advertise them here, but if you text me, I can suggest you some. So you can see what inconsistency you have in terms of grammar. That's what I would suggest. Of course, you need to also speak a little bit more paced. So good reasonings, yes. Organization is good. To pronunciation is fine, but you need to pace it. You need to be more speedy when you speak. But all in all, thank you for your time. Do you have any question now?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the detail. You said inconsistency about my grammar. Did you mean that I sometimes use a wrong tense?
Yes, sometimes you use wrong tenses, true. Sometimes you use wrong prepositions.
Wrong prepositions?
Yeah, yeah, prepositions, tense is like you may start with present and then move on to past, and that also, you know, creates some misunderstanding. Of course, when you practice more, you will implement more complex structures. You will learn how to implement them. You'll learn how to implement more complex vocabulary as well. Everything will come when time comes. No worries.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. If you have some more questions, you can of course text me and send this back. Great. Okay. Aram. Yes, Aram. So I would like to say that you did your best today. You tried, you worked hard, and you were one of the first students who answered part 2 questions. Actually, you were the first one, and so you had less time to think. Despite that, you have quite good organization. You have reasoning, rationale behind your speech, and you sum up your ideas when you speak. That's a good thing. So we need to have some steps in our speech. So when we speak, your pronunciation is fine. Of course, you need to work on pacing yourself. You need to speak more fluently. And I guess that's why you came here, as you said at the beginning. You feel it right. You need to improve it. And today you said several times you mispronounced obesity, the word obesity. Okay, so make sure that you say it right. Can you pronounce it now?
Obesity.
Right. Okay, perfect.
Thanks.
Obesity.
Yeah, great. Obesity, great. You have some repetitions in your speech, but again, you just need to generate more ideas. You know, there are some different techniques that help you generate ideas so that you won't repeat yourself as well, and then you will sound more fluent.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No, thanks a lot.
Okay.
However, I didn't prepare myself because suddenly I saw your message before meeting. Yeah, I didn't prepare myself. Sorry. Inshallah, for the next meeting, I'll try.
It's okay, no worries, no worries. Hopefully next time you can still check the PDF that we prepared, because we shared a lot of good words over there.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Next, what I would like to talk about, the next student is Mirka. Hello again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I should tell you, you have an advanced level of English and you have clear pronunciation. You have really wide grammatical range, and it's quite accurate, but you need to polish your grammar a little bit. Sometimes you have some inconsistencies, like tiny bits of mistakes, and you can improve it, like with prepositions. Sometimes you misuse, like quit eating in the night, at night. Yes, we use it with night, we use at. Okay, so just tiny bit of prepositions, perhaps you can develop your speaking this way. And lexical resources was quite advanced as well. Fluency and yeah, you sound fluently. Yeah, I think I think that all you need is just a little bit more practice, and probably just get back to repeat some grammar parts that you're perhaps you know or perhaps you don't, but just get back to the grammar part. Even sometimes it seems like it's just the A1, A2 grammar. Doesn't matter. Sometimes we skipped it, we forget it, so you just need to go back and check it again.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And so I would like to move on to Mugiwara. Mugiwara?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you also did your best to present yourself today, to speak, and you speak quite fluent, I should tell you. Yeah, you just lack some confidence and you know, composition techniques, because you sometimes you have good reasoning and rationale behind your ideas, and they're all valid. Just remember, you couldn't finish part 2. You still had some ideas, so it's about organization, composition of your ideas, and the pace, of course. So important is not to say a lot sometimes, but to compose it the way that it will be really sound, it will sound really coherent. Okay, so of course there are some, again, techniques that usually tutors and coaches know and can teach you to improve. You can ask me after the meeting. I can give you some also advices, some piece of advice, individual advice, so we can keep in touch about that. And of course, you have some inaccuracies in using your vocabulary. You said cut on my sugar. We can use cut down on sugar, which means to lessen, to reduce, to minimize the level of sugar you intake, and or to cut out. If you cut out, you exclude from your diet. So it depends.
Yes.
on what you want.
Because I'm really getting rattled. So every time I feel rattled, so I'm shy. So sometimes I say things that are not what I meant to say.
Fine, that's totally fine. I don't understand.
Because I like confidence. That's really my problem.
I can sense it, but you will come to the point when you feel more confident. Practice, regular practice will really fix this problem. But you really did your best today. I know that you did your best, and just a little bit of more practice, gaining confidence, and everything will come to place where you want to be. So I think, did I skip someone? I think everyone is here because one student left, I think. Yeah, that's why Rajesh left. So I will provide him feedback then later. So I think it's over to Sevil. Sevil, would you provide your feedback?
I'd like to thank all of you at first. Well, especially my group members, because they were all willing to speak at a length. So that was quite good for me to listen to them. And well, let me begin with Miss Veronica. I can say that her fluency is okay, but there are some repetitions that well, can be a problem for us, but I think that that's not a huge one, because after practicing she will get better, and she uses some linkers very well, so her coherency was great. And yeah, those are the ones that I'd like to share for her. And when it comes to Jonathan, well, there were some pronunciation problems, but they were not quite much. So I think that's also okay for him. By the way, can you hear me? Because my internet connection says that it's not okay, but I think yes, you can. Okay.
I can hear you.
So yeah, for Jonathan, there were some inaccuracies and some well, preposition mistakes. However, he can actually talk about familiar topics deeply, and he attempts to paraphrase some sentences, but those paraphrases were not so great. As I've said, for Miss Veronica, just like her, Jonathan also can get better thanks to practice. So let me go with Miss Rebecca. There were some grammatical inaccuracies, but she was quite fluent, actually. And I can say that there were some pronunciation mistakes, but she uses some complex structures. And for the grammatical inaccuracies with the complex structures, I think that grammar can be better. And for Miss Kea, she was quite fluent, and she expanded her ideas with nice cohesive devices. She paraphrased her questions very well, and I think that it was quite easy to understand her. So pronunciation part was also okay for her, great for her, let me say. And those were the things that I have taken as notes for the feedback parts for let me say briefly. And yeah, thank you for their answers actually.
Thank you, Sylvia, for your kind feedback to every learner, to every participant. And I've checked the YouTube, and I don't see any questions. And since we don't have any questions now, it's time for us to take the pictures, to quit the live sessions, and I will introduce you with the speaking club info. So yeah, let me say goodbye to everyone on live, because we are quitting the live. So I will read the